G'day mates, it's Mike here. Sorry, I haven't really posted one of these in a good 4 days or something. I've been tinkering with my software. My computer's software. Long story short, yesterday I just got back to reinstalling Windows partially on my computer. Because I fucked around with it too much, and I decided to. Okay, let's fucking explain this properly. So I finally managed to get Linux to work. It was just a dumb display error because my monitor gives off the assumption to my PC that there are two of them instead of just one. So it was displaying the wrong thing. Just had to change the display settings very quickly, and then it just works like that. That's literally the only real software issue with Linux. Despite installing stuff can be a CU in the NT. But yeah, Windows. So I was screwing around with the partitions because when I first got Linux, it was I first installed Linux seriously. It was only 35 gigabytes that it gave, which I couldn't mess around with it, though I probably could have if I put the USB ISO back in, but I just didn't know that at the time, and I deleted a Windows partition that was pretty much vital for starting up the OS. So I decided just to reinstall Linux, delete Windows, but then all of a sudden I realized Adobe requires Windows. It's not supported on Linux. You fucking useless cunts, Adobe. Honestly, you guys are just... God. Adobe is just fucking shocking. I would switch to an alternative, but the learning curve is just too much at the moment, and plus DaVinci doesn't work properly on my system at the moment. Gonna have to tinker around with that a bit more. That's the thing that's annoying about Linux. Apart from that, it's 100% worth it. It's like going back in time to when you were a kid and when computers and technology didn't seem all that malicious. You know, before all this, before the revelation that all your movements on the internet were being spied on by big corporations. That's kind of the feeling that you get when you're on Linux. It's like Windows 7 in a way. It's like that kind of feeling. You know, it was about the user experience. But yeah, so we'll get to the video soon. Fuck, it's almost been four minutes. Fuck. Anyway, so yesterday, so I reinstalled Windows on this computer which I built, and you need an Ethernet cable to connect to the internet at first. You know, there's no Wi-Fi. Why? Just why would you do this, Microsoft? How fucking useless. Honestly, learn to make a half-decent fucking OS. Oh, you need an Ethernet cable if you downloaded Windows via a disk. Fuck you. Absolutely garbage. Anyway, let's get on with this video. So, oh yeah, and I did record one of these previously, and I tried to do the whole editing thing on Windows because, you know, DaVinci barely works, and Oh no, it's not a supported compression type. Oh, is it because I used Linux to record it? Oh wow, fucking... Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. I use an OS that isn't intent on fucking harvesting my data. Ooh. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, this is the point where Chris discovers his Encyclopedia Dramatica page. Also, remember, shout out to Fox Pawpaws. He's a fucking amazing creator, genuinely. Great work on this. Great work.
On October 26th, 2007, Chris Chan was taking part in his usual Friday Pokemon battles at the game place.
Yeah, playing with kids and stuff like that.
And on
because that's his like mental age. If you didn't already glean that from looking even 1 second into his stuff. Anyway.
Onlooker decided to take a covert photograph of Chris and posted it to the infamous online image board.
I still wonder who that covert onlooker could have been. You were over 18 and played Pokemon. Oh, 4chan.
The following day, a user on the Something Awful forums shared Chris's website and began a discussion.
I wonder if the Something Awful forums is still around. Anyway, let's see. This guy used to leave business cards at my school's library where he would hang out for hours looking for a boyfriend. A boyfriend free girl! Business cards. How could he not see that he would look like a prostitute by doing And these are probably just like paper. Literally just paper with him scribbling stuff, like cutting out with like scissors or some shit. Not like actual professional looking business cards or anything.
On his love quest.
This is how I first learned of him. From here, I developed something of an obsession. Oh, don't we all? Don't we all? Culminating last summer when I made a special trip to a gaming store and local hangout where he had posted he would be. He was every bit as Aspergic as I had imagined. Oh my god. I present to you, Sonichu. People are starting to get the Sonichu and whatever that it says. Discussions mixed up on the other thread, and I think Sonichu really merits his own separate discussion thread, don't you? He merits his own website, his own Wikipedia page. Is my aircon gone again? I think it has. Fucking useless fucking heap of shit. Actually, no, I can feel it still. Anyway, not really, no. Also, that page took forever to load because of all the... his web page, by the way, because of all the shit on it. I'm laughing pretty hard at that video, though. And at his room. This is the Parappa entry. His room is just absolutely messy. Okay, the best part of his page is the part where he makes a fake winner page for a PlayStation contest that was apparently the reason he shot a video of himself rapping along to Chop Chop Master Onion. He mentions the injustice of the ex-winner, aka Adam Stackhouse, violating the rules and how Chris is the real winner, and it's just so pathetic. Rather than that, just another internet pity case, not much new here.
Others joined in, providing their own knowledge and experiences relating to Chris. Over the next few days, the story of Chris Chan and Sonichu began to spread throughout various internet forums. As he gained notoriety, people started creating their own obsession.
I love that. I absolutely love the straw thing. And the guy's got the man titties there, which is kind of a bit of a foreshadowing of what was to come.
Third and offensive artwork based on Chris's original characters.
A virgin I am no longer. Hot damn, I guess I should leave Virginia. I'm hot damn, I'm making a rap about this for YouTube.
By November 3rd, someone created an article about Chris on the Encyclopedia Dramatica, a satirical Wikipedia-style website centered around troll
Fact
culture.
alert, don't let his friendly smile fool you. He is hurting inside.
That same day, a 4chan user named Evan Christopher George decided to send a collection of fan art to Chris over email.
Do it directly.
Unsurprisingly, Chris responded. Thank you for your fan art contribution. In constructive criticism, I like the one with me and the
I
girl.
like how he doesn't see that it's a troll. It's just so fucking funny.
As well as my glaring in the eyes of the blue guy.
Girlfriend auditions.
But I'm feeling great to test towards the other two.
The gay ones. I think Sonichu and I are not of that nature at all.
Sonichu and I are not of that nature at all. If you would like to make it up to me though, please draw a strip of Rosechew stripping for Sonichu and have him f*** her. And draw Rosechew is the other tongue and this looks.
I wonder what the sex acts were that he was talking about. Ooh. I am straight, damn it. You could see that many times, Chris claiming to be straight.
Straight, damn it. I want to be veered in any other disgustingly grotesque direction.
What,
Again.
Like transgender? In Chris's eyes, of course. I don't really care too much. You know, if you're trans, then so be it. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, I'd say it's a mental anomaly, but it's certainly not a mental illness. Not in the same way that, like, schizophrenia or something like that is. I would consider it like neurodivergence or, at worst, a mental disorder, which is, like, harmless to other people. Kind of in the same way that, you know, autism. Anyway, again, most nasty fan arts are not appreciated at all. I mean, unless Rosechew has a vagina, of course. Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans. And what about the nasty... Oh my god.
Most nasty fan arts are not appreciated at all. Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans.
The fans.
Evan replied with a requested comic strip.
I am all yours, Sonichu, but then Rosechew has a penis.
But decided to give Rosechew a large ejaculating penis, much to Chris's disgust.
It's kind of funny in hindsight as well, because Chris Chan made Rosechew, I think later on, into like a trans girl. That might have been an Idea Guys thing, I don't really know for certain. Well, I can't remember. But I do remember something along the lines of them saying Rosechew is like a trans girl.
Do me a favour, draw a vagina on my Rosechew.
Some China. Why aren't you using that phrase, Chris? I don't like ducks, I like China.
Rosechew is a girl. She never had a freaking pickle.
Not what you said later on. Pretty sure you said Rosechew is a trans girl.
If I see one more freaking pickle, and you may spread this quote to other adult fan artists, I will create you in Soul Calibur 3 and beat you up like there's no tomorrow.
And then Chris says he's not a violent person later on. Come on, Chris.
On November 3rd, Chris emailed Megan.
Of course he did.
I got this email earlier that had a set of 4 fan art of Sonichu and me, while I enjoyed more the spoof of me sitting by a box on the sidewalk.
Girlfriend
auditions.
Girlfriend. I can tell you Megan would probably be on the other side of the world if Chris did a fucking girlfriend audition in real life. She would be just staying far the fuck away.
And the one of me glaring in the eyes of the blue hedgehog in armor. The other 2 in that set of 4 freaked, creeped, and scared the crap out of my head.
Oh, come on, it's just homosexuality. It's not that scary. Like, obviously I find it weird, but, you know, everyone has their own different tastes. And I'm not gonna, judge, in other words. Ooh, homosexuality is so scary. Obviously, because I'm straight, I don't find it, like, sexually arousing or attractive. But, you know, there's, as I said, there's nothing wrong with people doing that kind of stuff in private or whatever. I mean, holding hands in public is fine as well. Just know, well, kind of applies to everyone. I'd say the furthest you should go in public when it comes to like sex or whatever is kissing at most. And even then, I would stick to like a peck or something like that. No making out in public.
A lot worse than my freakout over you on Christopher's lap last night.
Oh my god! On Christopher's lap. It's like she's trying to, because her being explicit about her lack of interest in Chris wasn't enough. Now she's trying to use the tactics that your average woman would probably use, the implicit stuff.
Please keep that in private. In other words, get a room.
God, that's you're acting like Christopher's like penetrating her or something. God.
I sent him a reply with respective criticism.
Which is probably like the letter he sent to fucking Sony for when he lost the Parappa contest.
I was infuriated, but the attention didn't.
Hang on. Let's see this. Then later, I learned from an anonymous tipster about the girl's profile page on DeviantArt. While she had good and fun fan art of Sonichu, she is taking the credit and placing a fake copyright with her name on it. Did Chris copyright Sonichu at this point? I still can't believe he managed to get Sonichu copyright. But then again, in Australia, that kind of process is automatic, so the Phantom Phoenix brand is copyright, by the way. Automatically. So I don't have to pay to get my shit copyright. You, me, and the rest of the Sonichu fan club. Are you sure Megan's a fan? I'm pretty sure she's not. Know that Sonichu was born on March the 17th, 2000. God, that's older than I am. Sonichu is older than I am. Let that sink in. Sonichu is literally old enough to actually be a father. Old enough to vote in the US. Old enough to do other things. I sent her a message requesting her to remove her claim of copyright with a warning of legal actions. I bet she was a troll as well. I bet she deliberately did that just because she'd know that it would piss Chris off. All the images are attached to this email, or I can show them to you on my PSP later. I just needed to get that off my head and heart, since my mum fell asleep on me at the moment. Jesus. Even back then he was closer to his mum than was normal. Okay, I'll see you hopefully at the UFS tournament, the Yu-Yo or whatever, I don't know. Also, don't forget to set your clocks 1 hour back this weekend, probably because of daylight savings.
Stop there. Around this time, Chris was contacted by a man named Joshua Martinez, who lived nearby, and had actually met Chris as a child while they both attended speech therapy.
I think this guy was like the first real, like, dedicated troll, I think. Or the first, like, catfish troll.
Connections to the film industry and convinced Chris that he could set him up on a date with an actress. Chris explained the situation in an email to his long-distance friend, Anna McLaren. Joshua found a girl who was interested.
How come Chris was never this persistent with Anna as persistent as he was with Megan? Was Anna that ugly to him? Because that's what it boils down to for Chris is looks, basically. Because he said he would never date a fat chick. And I understand the sentiment, but for him it's mere looks, basically.
Interested in me. After
Megan broke up my emotions for her after the Parappa. No, that's obviously not true. He still has a big crush on her. But we're still only friends. After that email, I've moved on, which is bullshit. Back to the coal mines, so to speak. Granted that I've had absolutely no luck in having any woman come to me while I hung out at the Alderman Library up to now. I think I think it's not luck. I mean, Obi-Wan said, in my experience, there's no such thing as luck. What sane woman would approach Chris Chan?
Reading about me in my MySpace profile at least. Her name is Lori Lopez. I chatted with her through AOL
MySpace.
Instant Message last night.
AOL.
She was really sweet, and not only did I have a great time getting to know her, but
Wait, isn't AOL the phone internet or whatever? No, that's probably not what. Cause the internet that goes through like the phone wires, the wires for like the phones, the old home phones, if you remember them. We haven't had a home phone in years. Not only did I have a great time getting to know her, but blush, I got turned on. Ooh.
blush, I got turned on. I know that she works at a car lot,
yeah.
I think. She's 23, brunette,
Brunette,
brown eyes, and she's a mix of American and Spanish.
Yeah, you couldn't glean that from her name or anything. Furthermore, I love the way he does the blush thing. It's like the precursor to those fucking weebs that describe their actions in DMs. Fucking so cringe.
If you watch the movie Into the Blue, the starring woman, Jessica Alba, is an American-Spanish mix as well.
Wow. How do you know this shit, Chris?
He mentioned this potential girlfriend to Megan as well. P.S. This
Hang on. Let's read this. Let's read. Hey, Megan. It's become kind of a ghost town at the game place last Friday. Most of the children left. What, so only children go to the game place? It's too bad you didn't make it. Ooh, yeah, what, so Chris could be with her in private? We all know what Chris would do. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that I got a pip blah 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 with successful trades for the GTS. Also, have you or John gone underground with the Explorer? This is all gaming. Or this is all like, I think it's toys and whatever. Like blah 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 blah. Boring. This is Lori, the girl my buddy Joshua is hooking me up with.
is Lori, the girl my buddy Joshua is hooking me up with. She had it done at JMU. That's why it has her name on it. He included a photograph of whom he assumed
Vanessa
was
Hudgens.
Lori.
I fucking love that Chris can't read running writing. It's just so fucking funny. Unless he thought that was the photographer or something. Come on. You can't be that dumb.
In reality, it was a picture of Vanessa Hudgens, known for her role in the High School Musical franchise.
I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that didn't like the High School Musical series. God, I remember when I was a kid, the school, we were doing like a movie trip or whatever, and the movie was fucking High School Musical. I was like, ugh.
Eventually, Josh grew bored of catfishing and told Chris that Lori Lopez had fallen in love with him instead. Chris soon discovered the Encyclopedia Dramatica page.
Ooh. Could you imagine the initial reaction that Chris would have had to seeing the ED page? I have been recovering from the worst weekend of my life. In a nutshell, explicit fan art freaked me out. Then, someone else put a copyright symbol on their fan art, giving the impression of Sonichu being there. You can tell the person that did that deliberately did that to piss Chris off, because like nobody thinks of doing shit like that. Like, I couldn't even be bothered putting watermarks on my own like photography work. Well, actually, I did as a joke for like one or two of them. But yeah, in a nutshell. Wait, no, I already read that. I responded to both offences. What, like it's a crime to do that? Appropriately, having a temper tantrum. And then I googled Sonichu, and I found a page that defecated on my person and character. It's Encyclopedia Dramatica. What do you expect? Honestly, literally the only, well, not literally, but the only Encyclopedia Dramatica page that I found that didn't like defecate on the person's character, that like praised and worshipped them or whatever, even then that's kind of iffy, is Adolf Hitler. That's the kind of edgelordiness that ED has on it. It's deliberately designed to piss people off, and they did a grand job with pissing you off, Chris, didn't they?
Which was highly critical of his past behaviour.
And the second photo was actually taken at the gameplays last Friday, with me thinking the dude was taking a pic of the child I was... You know, camera frames, they can be pretty wide if you're from if you shoot it from a distance, you know. I had asked the guys at the gameplays to check their surveillance camera footage of the time frame, so I could possibly learn the identity of the person who took that photo. But the guys could not get it to work. No, it's because they couldn't be bothered. It's because they couldn't be bothered putting all the effort in for some random guy. I mean, it's not like what the guy did was criminal. I mean, obviously it's not a good thing to do, taking a photo of someone in public. But is it a crime? Let alone a crime that would be taken really seriously, like a felony or whatnot. I don't know. I'm not American. Gee, isn't that obvious? I'm not an American. He can't even spell surveillance right. What a fucking moron. I mean, to be fair, I don't think half the people in this world nowadays could spell that word right. Pretty sure it's spelled with a U. Survey, and it's like veil, as in like a V-E-I-L. I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled. But, I mean, everyone's just brain rotted these days. The time they blah 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 blah. They have to talk to their boss type person. Probably they were like security guards or something. Well, not security guards, or just like people employed by the game place to look through it, I guess. But they're not actually employed by the company that, like, you know, the company that made the security cameras that like stores all the data, because it's probably all in a separate like database center or whatever. Blah 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 blah. One of them put things in perspective for me. In other words, he told them it's not that big of a deal. You can just ignore the haters. And that calmed me down a bit. I calmed down for a while. Then my mother comes in during my piece with a lecture of doing more things around the house. This is so fucking funny. Even his mother, who's like enabling him or whatever, is trying to tell, you gotta do your chores, Chris. You gotta contribute a little bit. I waited for her to finish, then I bursted out the events in a mouth running faster than my brain fashion. I mean, it wouldn't take much to speak faster. It wouldn't take much to do that, would it, Chris? Now, she is possibly on a warpath against this dude. A hacking terrorist group. So you're gonna... Anonymous and 4chan are somehow involved in that page as well. What, so this is like... That photo being taken of you is like your personal 9/11 or something. It really does over-exaggerate. I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from the worst weekend of my life. I'll get back to you with more positive information. Every weekend is like the worst weekend of your life, Chris. You're just... Something happens and then, oh, this is the worst thing ever.
This sudden internet fame gave Chris the impression that Astonish You comic series had a legitimate and rapidly growing fan base who simply misunderstood his intentions.
Yeah.
On November 7th,
This is his-
Chris uploaded a video to YouTube to defend himself and address his fans.
Let's apologize.
It has come to my attention that I have a lot more fans of my electric hedgehog Pokemon Saichu than I had originally thought. And I thank
bullshit.
each and every one of you for your support. And I will draw more comics when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it. After all, everybody has a life, so do I. I have a life.
No, you don't. What kind of person with a life gets a sign with all this like shit written on it, like looking for boyfriend-free girl to become my sweetheart or something like that? Who does that and goes like to the mall and just plants themselves down in front of a store and just waits the like entire day or something, looking for a girlfriend? Oh.
But I would like to humbly apologize
What?
for appearing to be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or whatever adjectives, good or explicit, you may feel about me.
This is obviously not a genuine apology for anything. It's like he's trying to say, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel this way about me." Not "I'm sorry for my actions," not "I'm sorry for being these things." Because obviously he doesn't believe he's done anything wrong. It's like it reminds me of the time when the Black Summer bushfires happened, and our Prime Minister at the time, who was honestly one of the worst, most useless idiots that we've ever had in any form of power in this country, Scott the fuckhead Morrison, absolute useless moron he was, still is, but he's not Prime Minister anymore, thank God. While the Black Summer bushfires were on, he fucked off to Hawaii for a holiday, like no diplomatic mission or anything, no going to other countries to meet their leadership, to meet their their businesses or whatever, to try to get like any form of trade deals or whatever happening. No, just go to the some of the most isolated islands on Earth, in the middle of the largest ocean on Earth, just to sit on pina coladas and sit on a hammock, do fuck all. And then when he comes back, he says, "I'm sorry that I offended you." Not, "Oh, I'm sorry I shirked my responsibilities so I could enjoy my life when in the real world I should be leading the country through this crisis." Fuck you, Morrison. You're the worst.
Please understand, I am a 25-year-old high-functioning autistic male
Autistic.
with a simple, peaceful dream
God.
of becoming a father.
He really is not well spoken, is he? I mean, you look at people like Worth a Buy, for example. He is really well spoken. He is so fucking entertaining. He doesn't need to edit any of his videos. He's that good. Chris is like the opposite of him.
Of a sweet, little pretty girl
Petty girl.
who I will dub the name Crystal Weston Chandler.
Crystal sounds like a hooker's name, I'll be honest. And when I think of Crystal, I definitely think of 304s, because I had a co-worker friend called Crystal who is a 304. Or was, I don't know. I think she's engaged now. We live in a really messed up society. Like how any self-respecting guy could want a woman like that romantically, when, guys like me who actually work hard, who actually practice temperance, get nothing, is just disgusting. You see, I'm not against women having high standards. I just think the standards, the supposed high standards that women have are just dumb. You should be looking for mentality. Not, oh, he's tall, or oh, he's jacked, or something like that. Or, oh, he has hair on his head. I mean, I have hair on my head. But it's like, you should be looking for a guy that has the proper mentality. I'm not saying, oh, nice guy. I'm saying good discipline, you know. Doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, isn't a sex addict. Has self-control. Well, I'm just going on a rant now.
Crystal, a name that sounds similar to mine.
Similar. Are you that fucking arrogant, Chris?
But it has a nice ring to it. And it's also similar to the illustrious metal that has
Crystals are a rock.
mined from the Earth's ground.
Chris eventually moved on to the subject of his love quest.
I'm telling you right now. All I did was sit around with a sign by my side
Come on.
that said I was looking for a boyfriend-free girl. 18.
You're making... You're looking really stupid because you're making, trying to get into a relationship, you're making it look like some sort of business transaction. That's why it's a dumb idea to do like the attraction site. And also it makes you look desperate, which is something that is just a complete turn off for women apparently. I don't know, I'm not a woman. But it makes it look like getting into a relationship is like getting a job, but to be honest, that's kind of how it feels like nowadays anyway. But this was back then. This was back in mid-2000s, late 2000s. Oh, look at his room. Fucking hell.
25, yada yada yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
And I did all that
Smoke.
because I have feared rejection and the infinitely high boyfriend factor.
I love the way he says the infinitely high boyfriend factor. I reckon a big portion of women that said that to Chris actually didn't have a boyfriend, but were just like not attracted to him. Because I'm sure if it's that high, I'm sure at least a decently big portion of those women, even if they had boyfriends, if they were attracted to you, like really attracted to you, they would go out of their way to not let you know about it. Even like cheat on them with you, which is fucked up. And those type of women, I think, are not worth your time at all. Like, avoid them like the plague. Obviously, I don't think the majority of women are like that, but I'm saying like a sizable minority.
Because you cannot tell which ladies are paired up and which are not. And wedding rings, that's just a whole different story.
Hey, have you ever tried being just friends with a woman? Gee, that's such a revolutionary concept, isn't it? You know, just being casual friends. And maybe she might actually tell some of her female friends about you. Maybe there could be one of them that's like single. And maybe she could be attracted to you. You never know.
Because they're married. Because it's not like you give every woman a ring who's already paired up.
Yeah, that's true, but who cares, honestly?
This is one perspective.
There's nothing wrong with saying hi to people. For me personally, it's draining because I'm not a sociable person. Obviously, people who.
So please understand, I am not a violent person.
I'm not a violent
decent.
person. Yeah, that's bullshit. You're decent. No, you're a sex pest, is what you are, Chris. And you hold stupid grudges against people who tell the truth to you. Mary Lee Walsh.
Come from a caring, loving pair of parents. I'm kind,
No, you're not.
considerate.
No,
I will
you consider it enough to draw a photo of you fingering Megan Schroeder and then posting it on the internet. Like, even the most brain-dead moron could see that that was a stupid idea. And it's like you didn't even know Megan. It was like everything she was saying to you just goes in one ear and out the other, and you're just constantly thinking, vagina, 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 vagina. And this is the guy that supposedly had a Megan obsession or whatever. Unbelievable.
Respect your space and your feelings ever so much.
Bullshit.
I apologize that I appear to be a slow-minded person.
Okay, that's really disrespectful to people who are actually of that nature. It's like he's trying to make fun of them. I don't think I don't know if he is or not, but I just think that's something to keep in mind. It's like he's trying to impersonate those kind of people, which is quite disrespectful.
I'm sorry for reflecting any negative feelings towards each of you that have felt them, including those who have had such feelings they have created demeaning web pages. All I ask, those people who are watching this right now, is just
Take it down, please.
take them down, please. I'm asking, as an innocent victim of misunderstanding, just take down your web pages or add them to positively better.
It's Encyclopedia Dramatica, you fuckhead.
But my feelings as an individual, as a person, as a man who has suffered like most everybody in this world that we all live in. Thank you very much for your time and listening. And please remember, I'm an innocent person.
No, you're not.
Just like most every one of you, I've had my faults. I've had my share of.
That's your faults. Gee, that's a bit of an understatement, isn't it?
Bad times. I'm a share of good times. Please understand that.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Take care.
With his public announcement, Chris proved to the trolls that he could
God,
be
look
easily
at how
provoked. When the
Yeah, exactly. That's all it proves. It's all it proves is he can be easily provoked. That's all that video proved. And he just proves it time and time and time and time again. I mean, until after the jail saga, maybe what happened there is he kind of thought to himself, I could go to jail if I let these people get to my mind again. I could, because he probably is more self-conscious now that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing socially. And now that he's had actual, like, real consequences, now he's more reclusive in regards to talking to other people. Also, I've heard that there's, like, dedicated groups of people that want to prevent, like, trolls from contacting Chris as well. But I think that's another. Oh, I'm giving Chris too much credit here, aren't I?
Encyclopedia Dramatica did not get removed from the internet, Chris began making edits to the page himself.
Yeah, using the age-old data overflow tactic.
Using a tactic he called information overload, Chris would intentionally spam his ED page with highly personal information.
Wait, what did that say? The medallion is good? He made it from fucking Play-Doh. Crayola magic. Or whatever. It's not good. It is absolutely garbage. Oh my god. It appears to be made from Crayola model magic, then painted and glossed over. Some people really do have far too much time on their hands. You can tell Chris wrote that shit. Why does he insist on wearing? It identifies him for high You can tell he wrote this shit. He can't spell. High-functioning autistic individual that he is. Not high-functioning. I'd say he's in between me and the kids that you see on these like shitty mini documentaries that like constantly freak out and punch walls and shit like that. Closer to the latter, obviously.
Information overload. Chris would intentionally spam his ED page with highly personal information in
What, so he made an ED account? I don't know.
an attempt to overwhelm the reader.
Chris Chandler Laser,
In one instant,
homosexuality. He rambles on about how being gay is bad and you shouldn't become gay. He also implies that while playing with My Little Ponies and Transformers, you might forget your gender and become gay. Quite a good bit of foresight there. How God doesn't like it and how it will be bad for your future family. Chris must not like adoption either. He also calls being gay a vice and cites Dr. Kinsey. I don't know what Dr. Kinsey he's talking about, but the only famous Dr. Kinsey I know contradicts everything he just said. But yet again, a 25-year-old V-card holder knows all about love.
he unwittingly revealed that he owned a sex doll.
Full of hot air, full of his hot air now and then. Oh my god. Oh, he is full of hot air, let's be honest.
Named Kimmy.
Kimmy.
In an effort to prove his heterosexuality, Chris began uploading pornographic images of his original characters to contrast the homoerotic
Fucking
drawings
Mary Lee
created by his trolls.
Anyway, we're getting up to the good part. We're getting up to the good part of this, so I think we're gonna leave it off here. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, no, fuck you. No, not fuck you, fuck me. No, don't. Oh my god. Anyway, I think we're gonna leave it off here because we're getting to the good part. She came to CWC. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, yada yada, whatever. I do appreciate it. I really do. Trust me.